So let me ask you again. Do you love this game?
Look at me.
Hey, what's going on there, everybody? This is Sammy Leggy here representing TeamJVS, here to give you guys another movie review. This movie is about to come out June 8th, which is tomorrow, on Netflix, and I'm talking about Hustle. It is directed by Jeremiah Zenger. It is starring Adam Sandler, Robert Duvall, Ben Foster, and a slew of other amazing talent like Queen Latifah, and I think his technical acting debut coming off of the NBA as well. And I'm talking about Juan Hernan Gomez. It plays the main role of Bo Cruz. Now, this film was very fascinating because I saw the trailer and I was like, wow, this seems really dope. And I love, a good sports story. I think the last basketball sports story that I saw was Boogie. I thought Boogie was directed really well, and it also had some good talent in it. It was some really good back and forth moments. But this one was very different because it felt like, wow, this is really the real deal. Because I think that LeBron James co-produced this, but there's so much NBA talent everywhere in this. Like there's people that you would not believe are in this film to make it feel as authentic of a process as it actually is. So the main character in this one, of course, is starring Adam Sandler. And Stanley, he's the kind of guy that he had a past and he loves this game, right? But he's a recruiter now. And what he dreams of doing is really developing and honing and coaching. But he's been doing this scouting gig for a very long time. Robert Duvall's character is the owner of the team that he plays underneath, or he's scouting for, which is the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, one day, he's just going through so many different, he sees this one person and it's like, I don't know. And Robert Duvall's character is like, well, you got to put your foot down, stand up, don't back down. And he stands to take a chance on this person he just randomly finds playing basketball on the backcourts in Bo. And from that point, it was literal destiny. Now, what did I think about the film as overarching? I think that the cinematography, as far as the scenes, the actual basketball moments, because these are actual people that know how to play, it makes the basketball moments so much more fresh because these are actual actors doing it. Matter of fact, they get talent from everywhere. I'll give you a random name. You ever heard of Professor? Well, he's just in. If he's in this, you can only imagine. So think NBA, think street ball, think history. Like they spared no expense in terms of the talent that's actually in this film, which I personally love. And it allows for when the moments are kind of calm and the settings around the city or outside the city, when you see certain prospects that he's looking at, it makes it feel believable because even the way it is shot, it's kind of like, oh, okay, I believe that this is really kind of going down. Now, as far as the soundtrack and the specific song selections, it was believable. I was like, that's Stanley's vibe. I kind of was like, he's Philadelphia born and raised. He's really, he connects with music because the flow of his life is just so out there. You need music to be able to hone you in and focus in. But specifically for athletes, music is an effective thing. And the very first time we see Bo Cruz, he's got headphones on after everything that happens. And so I think that music is a very pivotal piece for this with Stanley and with Bo in certain respects. But I think the score also works pretty well in this regard. In terms of the acting, I think that the fact that this was Juan's first role ever, I think he did a great job. I think he sold that this is a person. Matter of fact, what was the last movie I seen up there that I thought was really good? The Air Up There. A lot of people don't remember that, but I loved that film because there was you could tell that there's a man that's out there scouting, and he had a real love for the talent that he was trying to find. And he was trying to bring something to the game. And I felt like The Air Up There is the closest one that I've seen, because a lot of people were like Coach Carter, all these other sports, but I think The Air Up There was missing from a lot, like Kevin Bacon, in the way that he connected with that specific dual actor is the same way that I think that Adam Sandler and this actor and Juan is doing such a good job of vibing off each other. And the other thing about this, Adam Sandler is a beast. I personally feel like Uncut Gems, he should have got an Oscar nomination, if not one. The fact that he did not get recognition for that is still mind-boggling to me. And there's been other roles that he's done, but this one is not as though like he's overacting or anything. Like, no, he's playing to who Stanley is. He loves the game. He knows how to push people. He knows, like, he's an actual natural born coach. That's the funny thing about it. Like, everybody's kind of like looking at him. He's down on his luck, and it's like you think that there's one person. I think that's the thing about this film that works from a story standpoint. A lot of the times you have the one person that has a dream of doing something and the other person kind of plays off of it. But the way that this movie flows, you don't really understand the weight and the gravity of how much this means to Stanley more so than it does for Bo, or vice versa. Because when they start to unravel who Bo is, what he's dealt with, what his adversities he's dealing with, and the people that he loves, then it starts to head its way. Because anytime you expose open vein, then of course there's going to be contention. There's going to be things that are going to rival him or push him or break him. And there are moments that this movie that he does get broken, and as well as Stanley as a character gets broken. The only negative I would say about this, there are certain moments that feel a little overlong, and when they become overlong, they feel a little campy. There was a montage sequence which I thought was really well done, really well shot, and I felt all of it. But there was a moment where it kind of like went a little bit overlong. It's kind of like almost like a Rocky moment, and I felt like that could have been cut. I feel like there's certain segments of this that could have been edited down just a little bit to make this a more, like, I think, just a well-rounded film. There's one thing that I probably would have added to it, and that was a little bit towards the end. It was just a specific thing that I felt like they could have added to the end to just been like the cherry on top to make this good. But this is a good sports film. Make no mistake. Go and check out Hustle. It's coming out tomorrow, June the 8th. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. I think you're going to rally behind it. I think you're going to enjoy and be impressed by certain things that they do with it. The talent in and of itself that's in this film is insane. And I think that it is a good, entertaining ride. I'd rest this at a 8 out of 10. Definitely recommend Hustle. Go and check it out on Netflix. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Peace, guys.
Falling off the top